EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The New York set to take the field. Jones looking to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led them to an early 3rd and 10. Now Jones. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That's complete left side to Shepard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Jones, off play action. Steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
What a quick start to the drive, but not for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Prescott on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott shakes off the sack. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Throwing, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Play fake. Here's Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Let's go, baby. It's game time. Let's go. Let's go. Guys, ready. Get it on. We're going to make a play, baby. Get something once again. We got to get it done as a group.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from 8 yards out. And the Giants have regained the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Four yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. And again, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Giants with one final possession here in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out, you can run wide receiver routes with him, you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
They'll run left with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Prescott now. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Jones. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll look to throw again. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Shepard deep. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, man. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do rock and roll, baby. Yeah, go right now. Let's do this, man. Let's go. Take that. That's right. You make that. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. Let's go, boy. Let's go. They got to walk that way. Let's go, y'all. Let's rock and roll.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, it's Barkley. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Up the middle with Barkley. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jones apparently a little unsure of everything here, so he steps back and signals for timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point try good by Gano, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Get it now. Let's go now. Let's go. Do your thing, baby. Do your thing. Play smart, baby. Gotta have it, baby. We gotta have it. Stay loose. Stay loose. They can't beat us straight up. Y'all got time. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. So Dak and the Cowboys down 24-17. 20 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on 1st down. Now Dak. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.